Good morning, and welcome to World in 5, your trusted source for
The United Nations Security Council has endorsed a U.S. proposed ceasefire plan for Israel and Gaza. This plan outlines conditions for a full and complete ceasefire, the release of hostages held by Hamas, the return of deceased hostages' remains, and the exchange of Palestinian prisoners. 14 out of the 15 Security Council members voted in favor, with Russia abstaining. We shall be reporting on this.
The resolution confirms Israel's acceptance of the ceasefire proposal and calls on Hamas to agree as well. This move aligns the Security Council with various governments and the G7 nations, which have already expressed support for the three-part plan unveiled by President Joe Biden on May 31. At that time, Biden referred to it as an Israeli ceasefire proposal. The Security Council's vote is expected to increase pressure on both sides to consider the plan to end the conflict. The vote followed a series of diplomatic meetings led by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, including discussions with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to garner support for the peace initiative. Just before the UN vote, Blinken urged regional leaders to press Hamas to agree to the ceasefire, stating, "If you want a ceasefire, press Hamas to say yes." Although Hamas has expressed support for parts of the plan and welcomed the Security Council resolution in a statement on Monday, it is likely to seek assurances for a permanent ceasefire and a complete Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. As of now, Hamas's political leadership in Doha has not formally responded to the proposal, according to U.S. and Israeli officials. The proposed ceasefire plan includes a significant reconstruction effort for Gaza, which has been heavily damaged in the conflict. The first phase involves a hostage prisoner swap and a short-term ceasefire. The second phase aims for a permanent end to hostilities and the complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza. The third phase focuses on Gaza's long-term reconstruction, initiating a multi-year plan to rebuild the enclave. Back to you, John.
Thanks for that update.
If diplomats had to relive the same 24 hours over and over, Antony Blinken, the U.S. Secretary of State, might feel a particular fatigue as his plane neared the Middle East on his latest journey. This marks his 8th diplomatic mission to the region in the 8 months since Hamas's attacks on Israel on October 7 of last year. We have Antony reporting on this.
The complex politics surrounding attempts to end the war in Gaza and facilitate an exchange of Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners have become even more convoluted. The situation has worsened with the resignation of Israeli opposition leader Benny Gantz from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's war cabinet, along with his political ally Gadi Eisenkot. Both Gantz and Eisenkot are retired generals who served as chiefs of staff for the Israel Defense Forces, IDF. Gantz's departure removes a key contact for the Americans within the cabinet. Now back in the opposition, Gantz is calling for new elections and is the frontrunner in polls to become the next prime minister. However, Netanyahu remains secure as long as he maintains the coalition that affords him 64 votes in the 120-member Israeli parliament. Netanyahu's political stability hinges on the support of two ultranationalist faction leaders, Itamar Ben-Gvir, the national security minister, and Bezalel Smotrich, the finance minister. This political dynamic presents a significant challenge for Secretary of State Blinken's mission. President Joe Biden believes the time has come to end the war in Gaza, and it is Blinken's task to make this a reality. However, Ben-Gvir and Smotrich have threatened to topple Netanyahu's government if he agrees to any ceasefire before they are convinced that Hamas has been completely eradicated. Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, who are extreme Jewish nationalists, insist on continuing the war until Hamas is entirely destroyed. They assert that Gaza, along with all land between the Mediterranean Sea and the River Jordan, is Jewish territory that should be settled by Jews. They advocate for encouraging Palestinians to leave Gaza voluntarily. Back to you, Bella.
Thanks for that update.
4 university instructors from UA Cornell College are hospitalized after being stabbed by an unidentified assailant at a public park in China. The instructors were attacked during a daytime visit to Bishan Park in Jilin Province, northern China. UA representative Adam Zabner revealed that his brother David was among those injured, describing the incident as a stabbing. The group had been visiting a local temple on Monday when they were attacked by a knife-wielding man. We have Jensen reporting on this.
David Zabner was stabbed in the arm and is currently recovering in the hospital. He has not yet been released this morning, but he's doing okay, Representative Zabner informed CBS News. A U.S. State Department spokesperson acknowledged the reports of the stabbing incident but could not provide further details. Cornell College confirmed that the 4 instructors were teaching in China as part of a partnership with a local university. They were accompanied by a member of Beihua University at the time of the attack. Chinese authorities have yet to respond to the incident, but images of the aftermath, showing at least 3 people bleeding and lying on the ground, quickly circulated on social media before being censored. By Tuesday, searches for terms like foreigners Jilin yielded no results on Chinese social media platform Weibo, despite the term trending. Internet users resorted to discussing the incident under related topics and seeking more information. Back to you, John.
Thanks for that update.
An aircraft carrying Malawi's Vice President Saulos Chilima and 9 others has gone missing, according to a statement from the president's office. The Malawi Defense Force aircraft went off the radar after departing from the capital, Lilongwe, on Monday morning. The plane was scheduled to land at Mzuzu International Airport in the northern part of the country shortly after 10 o'clock local time, 9 o'clock BST. We have Alana reporting on this.
In a speech delivered late Monday, President Lazarus Chakwera announced that a search and rescue operation is ongoing. Soldiers are still on the ground carrying out the search, and I have given strict orders that the operation should continue until the plane is found, he stated, describing the situation as heartbreaking. President Chakwera expressed his concern and reassured the nation of his commitment to finding the plane and holding on to hope for survivors. I know that we are all frightened and concerned. I too am concerned, but I want to assure you that I am sparing no available resource to find that plane, and I am holding on to every fiber of hope that we will find survivors, he said. In light of the incident, President Chakwera canceled his scheduled flight to the Bahamas, which was set for Monday evening. The cause of the aircraft's disappearance remains unknown, according to General Valentino Firi, who informed the president. Malawi's Information Minister Moses Kunkuyu told the BBC that efforts to locate the aircraft are intensive. Back to you, Bella.
Thanks for that update.
Thanks for tuning in to World in 5 for your daily dose of news and updates. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on breaking stories and insightful analysis.